This is News 8 Now in high definition.
All right, thank you, Barb. You've held the same job for years only to find out you've been laid off. Next on News 8 Daybreak, tips on how you can make yourself more marketable. It's a must-see before your next job interview. Stay with us. Time right now is about 8:48, and we'll be back with the author and her book. Good morning. Looking out at I-35 northbound. Nice Dallas shot for you. It's about 8:51. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on News 8 Daybreak Saturday. Right now, today's job of the day is with EFA Processing in Frisco. This company needs customer service representatives in a call center to help customers enrolling in debt management programs. The candidates should have 2 years call center experience and be passionate about helping people. Find out more at WFAA.com/job of the day. You know, unemployment has reached highs that have not been seen in years. Now more than ever, those looking for jobs have to make themselves more marketable. What about older individuals who have just lost a job they've worked for years? Well, joining us with details is author Sherri Elliott. And good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me this morning.
So your book, Ties to Tattoos. And tell us, what made you want to write this book, and what's the message here?
Well, I have been in human resources for over 15 years, and about 6 years ago, I started seeing a shift in the employee relations issues. And it wasn't that people just couldn't get along. Mind you, we still have that.
Sure.
But some of it came down to people just couldn't communicate. I looked across the boardroom table, and a lot of it was the generational issues. Baby boomers aren't leaving their jobs because they can't afford it.
Right.
They don't have a 401k. We have a 201k. Our money's not worth as much anymore because of what's going on in the recession. And so we do not have traditionalists and baby boomers leaving as fast. And on top of that, I fired my own daughter 3 times.
Okay.
And she worked for me.
And how old was she?
She was 16 at the time,
Okay.
so she fit that millennial age group. And I asked her many times later on, now that she's a productive 22-year-old, and I said, what was it? She said, Mom, I was bored.
Okay.
Nobody motivated me. Nobody inspired me. Nobody kept me on different projects or challenged me. And so that was what made me decide to write this book.
So let's talk about age discrimination. You say that right now there's more of that than even sexual harassment. Talk about how big age discrimination is right now.
It's huge. Last year, EEOC reported that there was 11% sexual harassment claims. This year, age went up by 28%.
Wow.
And I think some of that has to do with, I consider myself a baby boomer. I'm almost 41 years old. What that means is we cost more. We want more. We want the corner office. And what that means is we have an increase in health insurance claims. So in the downturn in economy right now, companies, as an HR professional, we're going to look at our employee base and we're going to say, you know what? I'm going to get rid of those employees who are over 40, and they're protected by the Older Workers Act. And so they're going to be the first ones they're going to let go.
So, and you also talked about in your book how to bridge the generational gap.
That's right. And how you do that is effectively learn to sit down and communicate and say, you know what? We have to share with each other and come 50% of the way. Because I've had some people in their 40s and 50s and say, you know what? It's not my job to learn to get along with them. It's their job. And I said, you know what? That's the wrong thinking. If we're going to learn to build our companies and be successful and have that competitive advantage, we all have to learn to value each other, or we're not going to have that advantage as we move forward.
Well, we've run out of time, but I know you have some good information on mentors and the role that plays for those seeking jobs right now, especially the older generation, which I don't think, you know, I'm in my 40s. I'm 41. We're not that old, but anyway.
We are not old.
That's a great book, but thank you. I want to tell folks about your book signing that's going to take place on Tuesday. Again, the name of the book is Ties to Tattoos. I love that. And it's available, this book, and also the book signing is Tuesday. And you can, for more information, you can go to WFAA.com/links. There you go. Ties to Tattoos. Get the book signed and talk to Sherri, who has a lot of HR experience. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.